70 kilometers west of Almaty, away from the hustle of the city, where the air is clear and clean, lived and worked one who saw in the Jet Steppe Creek a glimpse of Neva stream, the author of the famous poem The Residents of Leningrad, My Children, the bard of Kazakh steppe, poet Zhambyl Zhabayev. Now here in the village of his name, there is a house, museum and memorial, where the poet is buried. Now it is a place of worship for people from around the world who come here to touch and join the source of wisdom and spiritual strength, which the Kazakh poet personified.
2015 жылдың сәуір айында 20 сәуір күні біздің мұражайымыздың ең
On April 20th, 2015, before the election, the president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, came to visit here. He visited the house museum, looked at belongings of Zhambyl, and visited the memorial complex.
Ол да біздің мұражайымыз үшін ең тарихи оқиғалардың бірі болып саналады.
Visitors are welcomed by guide Nazira Kozbagarova. Here is the poet's bedroom, where to this day, as if waiting for its master, there is dombra so loved by improviser, and only stopped clock on the wall remind us that for a long time no one lived here.
Мынау енді Жамбыл атамыздың өзінің жатын бөлмесі. Бұл жерде атаның көптеген
We are in the bedroom, where Zhambyl Zhabayev has spent a lot of time being already very sick. It contains his clothes, bedding, hygiene items.
Жәдігерлердің бірі бұл атаның өзінің сағаты. 1945 жылы 22
There is one surprising fact. When the poet died in the hospital, the clock in his bedroom stopped. The clock still indicates the exact time of death of the poet.
Бұл сағат әлі күнге дейін сол уақытты көрсетіп тұр.
Among the things of Akın, there is a stick, a gift of Georgian friends that Zhambyl loved to use. Here's the cabinet. There are steel chapans and fur coats. And on the floor there are copper utensils, with which the bard performed ablutions before the prayers. In the office, there is a work desk with stationery, a telephone on the wall, and the bookcase. On the shelves there are collected works of Stalin and Lenin. And it is understandable, since he had gone through many society changes and turmoil. Every year, we try to bring our family here to the Museum of Zhambyl Ata, in order to gain strength from touching the sacred objects for the Kazakhs, to the dombra of great poet. Walking through the trail left by him, we feel the same. This manor house was donated to Akın on the 75th anniversary of his creative activity. We decided to establish a museum in 1946, the 100th anniversary of Zhambyl. Later, the building was expanded. A room in which he lived and received guests, a spacious modern conference hall, was built additionally, where the meeting with the guests and lectures are held. Panels decorated with wax figures of two Kazakh Akuns, Zhambyl Zhabayev and Dina Nurpiyisova. There was also an exhibition reflecting the social life of the poet. Here you can see photos of paintings, books, posters, and newspapers. There are many old letters. During the war, many soldiers wrote to Zhambyl Zhabayev. In our museum, there are about 500 old letters. Zhambyl Zhabayev lived a long life and died 6 months before he would turn 100 years. Poet himself pointed out a burial place. Later, based on sketches by artist Abulhan Kasteyev, architect Ivan Beloserkovskim built a memorial complex, which entrance is guarded by a tiger. Red tiger was a talisman of Zhambyl. He would see it always, before he had an inspiration. It is known that on the eve of his death, Zhambyl saw how Red Tiger leaves him. The museum has another exhibit, which causes the constant interest of the public, the car M1MK, which was a gift of the government. At the time, there were only 6 such cars in the country. Rarity is still on track and regularly participates in cultural events and promotions. Only after a service in 2008, the black color of the car has turned into bright blue as the endless Kazakh sky.